All right. Shalom, shalom, shalom. All praises, honor, and glory, it goes to YAHAWAH, bahasham, YAHAWASHI, bahasham, Rakah Kwadash. Double honors to the apostles, double honors to the elders of Great Millstone. Shalom. Salakia. YAHAWAH, bahasham, YAHAWASHI, Brakathum to the hopeful elect. Shalom, shalom. It's Brother Taziyar Ben Yamya from the GMS Kansas City Church. Back with another lesson. This one's is going to be entitled, "Do you suffer or do you revolt?" Okay, and this is the circumstance that these Americans, are going to find themselves in these last days more and more. Let me zoom it up. All right. So, I saw this tweet. Actually, I got a couple tweets that I'm going to just base this lesson off of. But it shows, the state of the world and the punishment and suffering that is going to come upon it. In the title of the video, do we suffer or do we revolt? You see, hey, that brother Mahalaya, man, he's a prophet indeed. But he been saying this for like the past few years. You people should have been revolted right now. You people should have been overthrown your government. All right, but yet instead you became so docile and so hooked on the bread and circus that now that your government is turning sinister and then now people are suffering, now you want to consider revolt. Well, it's too late. Now you must suffer because they're doing these things. They're fucking up to the economy to the point where, nigga, they want you to get it. It's like it's like those guys who get in street fights and they always tell you, hit me first. Hit me first. Why? Because if they hit you first, then they're going to be justified for fucking you up. Well, that is what the United States government is doing. Not just the United States government, the international bankers, man. Okay, this is a controlled collapse with the desired result is to bring a revolting of the people. Okay, and they're making you question, do we suffer or do we revolt? Well, your Edomite ancestors, they would have been revolted by now. Niggas revolted over a T-tax, man. But let's look at the tweet. I know it's been in front of you, but it says, filled up the Silverado. I'm quite sick to my stomach right now at $7.39 a gallon, bruh. Paid $239 to fill up the tank, bruh. Okay, but this is what's important. All right, some lady tweeted, I'm paying close to $300 a tank to run my truck, and that's not including gas for farm activity. I have a farm. I can't haul livestock anywhere. Neither can my neighbors who have cattle. One of them sold all his cattle and he's out of the business. I know many farmers who grow hay, wheat, pumpkin, corn, cattle, and they're going under. People do not understand how much trouble we are in as a country. Exactly, man, because the after effects of certain decisions you don't feel until weeks or months later, man. So the way that Babylon the Great is headed, it's not good. Okay, the way Babylon the Great is looking, it's not good. Because you have these farmers, for one, they can't even get the fertilizer to put on their crops. But for two, they don't have the gas to accurately transport it, man. Because being honest, farmers are mainly relying on loans. All right. They're relying on people giving them money so they can make a return through what's being sold. But if they're not able to sell their product, then that is going to create a hardship here in Babylon, man. As the scriptures say, as GMS prophesied. All right, you don't understand the full extent of how this world is going to change. Okay, one of GMS favorite, Second Esdras 15. Second Esdras 15 and 17. A man shall desire to go and sit into a city and not be able. Right. They're going to have the roadblocks, but nigga, it's going to be too expensive to travel, man. You know, I had to catch myself. You know, I was kind of, you know, we don't like future plan, like 5-10 year plan. But, you know, I was meditating on, you know, getting out of the state. But shit, the way shit going, as brother said, you got to just take it in the spirit, man. Because you could plan to do something in September, October, November, but the way this economy looking, it might just be sit on the couch day. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people don't realize that a lot of people still living life like it's 2016, not knowing that 2026 is about to bring a lot of fucking pain to the world, man. It say a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able, for because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation, man. You just heard her say she a farmer. All right. They paying $7.39 a gallon out there in California, man. She says she got a farmer. You can't take your livestock anywhere. People do not understand how much trouble we are in as a country. All right, and then here go the next one. Mark my words. People are already financing groceries. You will soon see Klarna as a payment option at the pump. People will be forced to finance their gas like a car note, man. And I believe that. And you know why I believe that? Because the first part is already true. People are financing groceries, man. All right. I know people who have had to set up for installment of payments for groceries, man. Now, we don't really feel it because, YAHAWASHI blessing, brothers. We being upheld financially. All of our bills is paid. You know, we still able to eat food. But shit, people in the world, they hurt, bruh. They hurt. You see what I'm saying? Let's look at the responses. It's tight for me and my family. We don't drive too far because most places we go are close, but the darn grocery prices are hurting. All right. I watched a woman digging for her CC to cover groceries, and it was sad. She was older and her small items cost her $150 plus. What are the elderly doing? All right. Carpooling may be a regular thing now. So yeah, man. Boy, imagine your ass have to pay for your gas in 4 installments. That's gonna make people be driven crazy. All right, because America has lived as this first world country for so long, and all they've done was oppress third world countries. Well, now YAHAWAH bahasham YAHAWASHI is about to show you what the third world experience is like. Okay, because the scriptures say you have lived deliciously. Revelation 18 verse 6, reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her according to her works. In the cup which she hath filled, fill to her double. How much she hath glorified herself and lived deliciously. All right, let's get that in BLB. Revelation 18 and 7.
Strong's G 4763 Straniaco.
All right, deliciously, to be wonton, to live luxuriously. That's America, man. As much as she had glorified and lived deliciously, luxuriously, you know, every fucking apartment now is what? A luxury apartment. All right, every bar they opened up is now what? A luxury bar. Well, so much sorrow and torment and sorrow give her. So that's all you people have to look forward to, man. Now, us in the spirit, empowered by YAHAWASHI, we have to look forward to the opposite, man, because we have been mourning in this place due to the excessive wickedness and pride, man. But now our mourning is going to be turned into joy and rejoicing as we watch these people be tormented and be sorrowful, man. Okay? Our joy is linked to their pain. Joy and pain are like sunshine and rain. Well, yeah, that's what it's going to be. You know, you got the... yeah, this us. This is us, man. You know, because it's two different circumstances. You know, it's two different circumstances. These people are going to be the ones on the left, all sad as shit, and we going to be the ones on the right, looking for the kingdom of YAHAWASHI, man. All right? But it says, how much she had glorified herself and lived deliciously, so much torment and sorrow gave her. For she has said in her heart, I sit a queen and am no widow, and shall see no sorrow. Well, that's not what this tweet says. People don't understand how much trouble we are in as a country. So that means what? A lot of sorrows is headed to America, man. And all we got to do is just sit back and watch and keep enjoying and keep rejoicing, man. But going back to the title of the video, do we suffer or do we revolt? You're going to do both. You're going to suffer so hard that you try to revolt, and then Esau's left hand is going to arise and put you people in fucking slavery as a response to your actions, of being hungry and not having resources and going without because these people have lived deliciously. You know, Americans are very prideful. They expect to live a certain type of life. But when that certain type of life is not possible, man, they're going to try to revolt. And the so-called white man wants you to do that. All right? That's when this bitch turned into a full-on police state, man. All right? But this is just one more lesson I'm doing. Lord willing, satisfying. All praise, honor, and glory goes to YAHAWASHI. Shalom.